The Oasis is this chapter not saying that we won't get to betrayal. Right after this, the next one. And cash grab all you people, just kidding? And what's more is how we are telling time back and know our resting place in the grand scheme. And also, in the long term. And I write to you all that I was on an island and next to me was the phone. To show I go island hopping to Paulina. And makes matter about summing up love for her? And what's more, they guess it right. That I'd love to take pictures on the beach. To show off to love. Hopefully a good one for my profile online. And the short stack that I am? And make it about there's pictures where I'm at, the Oasis. Just an island called Kota Kiev in Cambodia. Part of the armed force base, they train there on the beach island. And to it all I suffice, to treason no longer. To take shooting all by myself. Even if they train, they relax, you get a good view? And making it about me to spend time there. They call me on my own, without my father. The year was 2024 in January, no, it's February, my birthday, the 20th. And makes matters, I just had to go for one day and sleep overnight. And it's much daunting or perplexing, I stayed, my welcome. Freedom to do anything I pleased. It's been while I got out. And did whatever I want to. Take shots at the beach. And match it with a summary to add to this book. I couldn't have wrote whilst there. But I digress. And to congratulate me and myself to be on a swing out there. This is to tone Paulina down. When she gets this, she loves Cambodia and her fears all rested aside. Cast an isle that we can see as the cowrie snail has reached its nesting place. Of course, I didn't pick up on any cowrie snail shells. But we're in the Pacific to marvel at the water. And now we have something left, entirely up to fate. And it's okay for this passage to sum up my alone time by myself. And call out to the cassowary from the Amazons. To come rest with the cowrie snail. To his own has gotten to shape up nicely. Enough to suffice, really? Why do I keep saying that suffice? It replaced substance and nothing with a void. Not the null or warp hole by gravity. That I have confused up to the spell is my spell in the fabled Polly. And makes it worst on my hands, I don't appreciate the time spent there, no. It was fun. And make it about I can get to the island on my own. Disregard what they say. Or think. And make it about love life. I already got a story and I don't know if I should tell you. Was transaction they want me to write this book. The gods up above not mentioning one god. And make life thrilling as an adventure. Without no one to enjoy it with, really? For now. And make it about life's open door. And that's the Oasis. Part of this chapter. The thought of being married, not that I want them to care enough about me. Nor do I wish I wasn't. And make life grand and spectacular in the process. In a way, waves make a splash. And make a world of water that set a course. Like Waterworld. On an island, time stands still, practically. To make matters easier, we know not to trifle with vanity's affair. Which is God's court. Close enough I can say I got drunk without facing my uncle at all. Not with just the shot at the pub. The only pub there on a Cambodian island. By manager of the Frenchman. And make it about, you guess it. Myself. And now we wager on an entirely new scale. And I mean it's luxurious. Not to play around with others' life. It has doors to open, not to trifle with. To make the god asunder jealous of love. And I'm the god Caton in the years 2000. And I'm loving away the course of action to first declare love on the table. Which is nothing to anybody. To no one ever can they be able to sleep. But, no. A hammock at night? With no mosquito nets. Just listen to the wave crashing? Sound asleep. Don't need them the sound. Just relaxing to hear wave crashing. And an ocean breeze. Relaxing. And then some. And make it an all-nighter, if I want. To go wait till tomorrow and guess it's up to fate. To completely keep it up to yours truly. My uncle could easily kept me from going back. And I spend time having to wait. And my dad has to come get me? Is too heartbreaking to be that and cold. On his part? But, no, that never happened. The days I've spent, there are close to perfect. And I'm 33 with a new wife in my heart. She writes to me online as Sandra Jeff. For her father I call him Jeff. Is one of the things she wants of me to do. And make life heavenly, at best, till I got back home. To LA. And make summing up the latter God, even a deity, can rest now. And knows true peace. With God watching over as I play the card to get back to my place. Making for lasting in a place away from my dad's new home courteous? And make it about life. The moral factor I exist to despise, the uncle, no that's not it. I value my free time. That's all. No one in their right mind wouldn't even throw something at him. If he did, like I write down in my book. That's to muster up to chance, my action, and he didn't invite me, not once perfectly? To call over to him. To his table, on the island. Kota Kiev and make it he's not present, you think? No, he's just enjoying himself. And last thing I mention a girl. Who's Paulina? She's already ready for the future, together now. As we wait, until she opens the door to enter my life. Next month. It's to the Oasis I could show how fun it'll be to matter to someone. Maybe we can come back and, with our future daughter. That the gods entrusted us with? This day I rue no more. In check of who I was, for once, in my life. And without anybody to tell me what to do. And makes matters suffice at hand that gathers, warping the mind. Because, matter's not substance. Everything is matter. And we do things not, nothing. But, sufficing is everything you get out of you, valuing it. And make it about love as I'm almost done with the groundworks for this book. And to treason I don't want to mention a deadbeat father any longer. And make it all about him. The way I think it's been, up to fate? It's to show the life led, without the other person leading has suffice and left this mortal realm. Not a null like chapters 2 and 3. And met with my soul as the God up above. Which I am. And make it about us. Me, and Paulina? About my life that I share writing material and the likes in this book. And make it up to life to decide for you. That's all to eternal youth. Possibly? The moral I have is not care enough about pressing thoughts. That way, you to be dragged down by an anchor. And make it about not Michael and not my dad or the uncle? But myself that people toy with, our lives that they don't understand each other. Is rarely the case for me. When it comes to yours truly. Or the subconscious might let them all team up. Not like they want to team up, the three opposing person. And I get the last laugh. Just a thought as a last summary of my time without no one here again. Not even my son. But he's in good hands. And make him protected from everything life dealt him. And let him have the winning hand. In a poker round, so learn poker if anything, son. And make dad proud. That you did good. And do your best. At all cause. I have etched it in all of history. Of the moral act of conduct. To ties binds that soul reap in the grim reaper's domain. not sorry. And make it up to the imagination that they taught you, with his children who they won't be for just anybody. And make our life long full of love and trusting friends and foes. I've handled the hard part, son. The moral decoder has lives, leading with him the greatest experience he'll have in his life to not talk around my son. And make it for him a reality he finds love like daddy. With his Norsa. And he says, Gee. Like all my offsprings, dad gee. And make it last for him to suffer. As the second ladder God regardless of our God's age. But, he's firstborn. But act on his own accord, not the weight of other people's, pushing him down. And what makes it I turn over a new leaf, after this and, go see him, once he's been, to Cambodia for another month. Until, he gets to hand out all day. And on top of that enjoy life, like I did. As his father, that's all. And it makes sense he's a chip off the old block for him. To be handsome and gets girls. And everything I do is the thought of you, Pat. And that's the matter caused us, not in the way of my son. The moral decoder or whatever is yours to have. And make it about all the lives it touches. Don't be embarrassed of anything. And dream a dream enough to see me in them. For Lizzie, it's not life for us. Not that any guy can come and write this to you. The other girl I mention in this passage, or writing? That I had a dream of us, too early, to remember now. That thoughts can cost hurt and, without consent isn't approval? Without yourself, I can't tell back. Which you are free to go. Like you are. Don't let this game weigh heavily on your soul. I needed the thought to stay sane. I promised I'm cured. But, it would never work out with us? 'Cause I have, Paulina. In my clutches. And approval might be, to meet and talk about my book, only? Just a thought. Don't get jealous, Paulina. We're a match made in heaven us. That's why you should go see other people. Not tormented by the life we led together. That was chaotic to you. As boyfriend and girlfriend. Only, in thought goes. To those who aren't even included, maybe, round 2 of our wacky adventures. Even I'm close to true love, life leading the pace it went. No more. Makes matters at hand pressing for time to tick off, like a watch. And matters to suffice, I'm a good writer/editor and make this a play on words. To not matter is sewing fabric time, gone wrong. And the seam solidifies and materialize into the adept worded, who sees through all and love each minute of it. To tell you this story again.